Welcome to a journey through time, a journey that will take us back more than 4,500 years to the land of wonders and one of history's greatest mysteries, the Egyptian pyramids. How were they built? Who built them? Could aliens really have something to do with it? And why have people been fascinated by them for thousands of years? We're about to uncover all of this together, so let's begin the journey. The pyramids stand proudly on the Giza Plateau, just 13 kilometers away from the heart of Cairo's endless chaos. But once you arrive, it's like stepping into another world, a world of ancient secrets, giant stones, and a legend carved in time. Believe it or not, Egypt is home to over 100 known pyramids scattered from the northern deserts all the way to Fayum. But the three that captured the world's imagination are Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. The oldest and largest of them is the Pyramid of King Khufu, also known as the Great Pyramid. It was built around 2560 BC during Egypt's Old Kingdom, specifically the 4th dynasty. At a time when Europe was still in the prehistoric age, the ancient Egyptians were standing in the middle of the desert, lifting stones that weighed up to 15 tons each, and building the greatest monument in human history. Did you know that the Great Pyramid was once the tallest man-made structure on Earth? Its original height was 146.6 meters. No other building in the world could match its height for more than 3,800 years until Lincoln Cathedral was built in England in the year 1311 AD. The pyramid's peak lost part of its height over time, and today it stands at around 138 meters. But even after all these years, it still manages to capture the attention of the entire world. And what about its base? It covers an area of around 13 acres, and the total weight of the stones used in its construction is estimated at about 6.5 million tons. We're talking about an extraordinary engineering project, something the world has never seen, neither then nor now. And all of this was done without cranes, no pulleys, and no modern technology. But there was genius, engineering, and science, and definitely a few secrets that remain undiscovered. The pyramids weren't just massive buildings, they were sacred royal tombs. And not just any tombs. The ancient Egyptians deeply believed in life after death. To them, death wasn't the end, it was the beginning of another journey. A journey to the afterlife, a journey to eternity. That's why, while still alive, the pharaoh would begin preparing his eternal home, his guest house in the next world. The pyramid isn't just a building, it was a national project in every sense of the word. Thousands of workers, engineers, sculptors, craftsmen, and even astronomers worked together for years to create an architectural masterpiece that would protect the king and immortalize him forever. Every pyramid is a book written in stone, telling the story of a king, explaining a belief system, and preserving the history of a great civilization. As for the inside of the pyramid, it wasn't just a coffin, and that's it. It was filled with treasures, gold, jewelry, tools, and even food. Everything the king might need for his journey to the afterlife. And in some cases, the king was buried with his servants after they had been mummified. Yes, really, they believed those servants would continue to serve him in the eternal life. Every single detail in the pyramid's design was intentional. Its orientation, its angle, the chambers, the passageways, even the tiny openings that align with the stars. All of it was crafted with astronomical precision, as if guided by a mind beyond human. The pyramid is not just a tomb, it's a message, a dream, and a symbol of a civilization that was thousands of years ahead of its time. And here comes the question that has puzzled scientists to this very day: how did the ancient Egyptians move millions of massive stones and build the pyramid? Just one block in the Great Pyramid can weigh up to 15 tons, and there are over 2.3 million blocks in total. We're talking about a mind-blowing project, all done without modern machinery, no cranes, not even advanced wheels. Over the years, many theories have been proposed. Some scholars believe they used massive sand ramps, sliding the stones over them with wooden sledges. Others suggest they relied on primitive pulley and lever systems. And then there are those who say no, these were mathematical and engineering geniuses, calculating every angle and movement with incredible precision. But the strangest part? There's not a single confirmed blueprint or detailed plan that explains exactly how they did it. In other words, the mystery remains unsolved. Zahi Hawass, one of Egypt's most famous archaeologists, says that the ancient Egyptians cut the stones from quarries, then transported them on wooden sledges over wet sand. This technique helped reduce friction and made it easier to drag the stones. But still, no one can say with 100% certainty exactly how it was all done. And that's what makes people, even today, start asking some unusual questions. Could an advanced civilization have helped, or is it simply human genius? A level of brilliance we still don't fully understand. What we do know for sure is this: what happened out there in the sands of Giza remains one of the greatest mysteries in human history. The Great Pyramid, or Khufu's Pyramid, isn't just massive, it's also incredibly precise. Strangely enough, the location of the pyramids isn't random. They're perfectly aligned with the stars that make up Orion's belt, as if the ancient Egyptians were drawing the stars on the ground. Not only that, each side of the pyramid is precisely aligned with the four cardinal directions. And if we look at the base of the pyramid, the difference in length between each side is no more than 10 centimeters. The pyramid isn't just a pile of stones from the outside. Inside, it's full of secret passages, burial chambers, sealed entrances, and corridors that lead to spaces still waiting to be discovered. The Great Pyramid contains three main chambers: the King's Chambers, the King's Chambers, and the Grand Gallery. And in 2017, using cosmic ray scanning, scientists discovered a massive hidden void inside the pyramid, and to this day, no one knows what it was used for. For many years, people believed that the pyramids were built by slaves, poor, suffering workers forced to serve the pharaohs. But the truth? Science has proven the exact opposite. In the 1990s, Egyptian archaeologists made an incredible discovery. They found burial tombs for the workers who helped build the pyramids. And these tombs were right next to the pyramids themselves. That alone sends a powerful message. The people who built the pyramids earned their place in history. They weren't slaves or nameless laborers. They also found tools, drawings, and markings that proved they were skilled workers, trained craftsmen working in organized teams with precise planning. And the strangest part, evidence showed that these workers ate meat every day, which in ancient Egypt was food reserved for royalty, not commoners. So these people, they weren't slaves or prisoners. They were proud workers giving it their all, men who believed in what they were building. They even left their names carved into the stones like an art signature, as if to say, I built this and it will live on for thousands of years after me. Maybe that's the most incredible part of it all, realizing that the people who built the pyramids weren't just about muscle and strength, but minds, hearts, and hands that truly believed in something greater than themselves. Let's travel back in time to the 4th dynasty, one of the greatest dynasties to ever rule ancient Egypt. The dynasty that built the unrepeatable wonders of Giza, the pyramid. King Khufu, the man behind the Great Pyramid. Known to the ancient Greeks as Cheops, he was the one who built the Great Pyramid of Giza, the largest, most magnificent pyramid in Egypt, and the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing today. But the strange part? We don't have many statues of him. Not even detailed inscriptions that tell us much about his life or appearance. All we have is a tiny ivory statue, only about 7.5 centimeters tall. Can you imagine that? A king who built the greatest structure in history, yet all that remains is a statue the size of a finger. That led to many questions. Was it intentional? Was something hidden? Or was it Khufu's own strategy to let the pyramid speak for him? After Khufu came his son Khafre, who built the second pyramid at Giza. His site is smaller than his father's but no less magnificent, especially since part of its original outer casing still remains today. But the most iconic legacy of Khafre, he is believed to be the builder of the Great Sphinx, the legendary statue with the body of a lion and the face of a man. According to many researchers, the face of the Sphinx is actually Khafre's own, and the lion, a symbol of strength, protection, and power. So Khafre created a statue that embodied a message: I am the king, wise like the mind, strong like the lion. And to this day, the Sphinx guards its secrets from a tunnel beneath its paws to hidden chambers inside, all still shrouded in mystery. As for Menkaure, he was the last of the 3, and he built the 3rd pyramid at Giza. It's the smallest of them, but also the most elegant. His pyramid was beautifully decorated, and inside archaeologists found stunning statues, including a famous one of Menkaure standing between two Egyptian goddesses. They represented divine power protecting the king in life and in the afterlife. This shows that Menkaure focused more on spirituality and aesthetic beauty rather than sheer size. Three kings, three pyramids, three different messages, but all saying the same thing: we are here and we will remain here forever. There are some people who have a completely different theory, an idea that, if you hear it for the first time, might sound like a joke or a scene from a sci-fi movie. But the truth is, a lot of people genuinely believe in it. Some believe that the pyramids weren't built by humans at all. Yes, you heard that right. There are theories that say aliens were involved in building the pyramids, or at the very least, they helped the ancient Egyptians with advanced knowledge and technology. Why do they say that? Simply because the engineering precision of the pyramids is beyond belief. Each side of the Great Pyramid's base is equal down to a fraction of a centimeter. The pyramid is aligned with incredible precision to the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. So precise, in fact, that it's hard to replicate even today despite GPS and satellite technology. And the angle of the pyramid, exactly 51 degrees and 50 minutes. Not just any angle. It's the perfect angle for structural stability and earthquake resistance. And as if that's not enough, the pyramid's location sits at a mysterious geographic intersection very close to the exact center of Earth's landmass. So, was all of this just a coincidence? Or was there a highly advanced mind behind it all? Of course, modern science hasn't proven the existence of aliens, and there's no direct archaeological evidence that they came here or helped in the construction. But the mystery remains. And theories like this make people ask themselves, could there really be something greater than what we know? Were ancient civilizations in contact with something not of this earth? We're not saying that aliens built the pyramids, but what we are saying is there are still mysteries surrounding the pyramid that no one has fully understood, and maybe no one ever will. Today, the pyramids are considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, and the only one still standing. They've become a global icon, appearing in movies, TV shows, books, and even video games. They attract millions of visitors from all around the world, standing as a timeless witness to a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. And in 1979, the pyramids were officially inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. And the surprise, there's still so much left to discover inside the pyramids. Scientists are using advanced technologies like cosmic ray imaging to uncover hidden chambers and maybe even secrets that could change everything we know about history. In the end, we can say this: the pyramids aren't just massive structures built long ago. They're a message from a brilliant civilization saying, we were here and we were geniuses. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep exploring more secrets from Egypt's incredible history together. Let us know in the comments what fascinated you the most about the pyramids and what would you like us to talk about in the next episode. See you next time.